Should we start, Joshika, Himank, and Deepti?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we need to move. Okay, okay. So we'll just move forward with the next chapter revision. Am I audible now, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think some network problems on my side, so I'll just turn off my video so that the class should go on smoothly. Okay, starting with the chapter wind, storm, and cyclone. When we talk about the wind, is basically like the moving air. It can be slow, it can be fast also. Now, when it is slow, it is normally called as breeze. When it goes fast, we will be saying it is wind, like heavy storm. Sometimes the wind will take the name of the storm also. So breeze is like small, slow movement of the wind, whereas the storm is the heavy. When the wind is very heavy, that is called as a storm. Now, there's an experiment given there which is about the air exerts pressure. Do you know, children, what is the experiment related to it that air exerts pressure? Any idea
Ma'am, is
regarding the
that the
experiment?
one about that balloon?
Ma'am, the paper strip.
See, there can be one, there can be many also. You can tell me what you understand air exerts pressure. Any ideas, Nihal?
Ma'am, that
No.
when air travels, it creates some pressure due to which there can be movements of the object.
Okay. Fine, almost like correct. So I'll explain you this with a simple experiment. What we need to do, we have to take a can. Okay, there will be tin can like the Pepsi, Coca-Cola will be there, or sometimes we'll be getting the ghee in the tin can. So that we need to take it and we have to fill it with the hot water. Okay, inside the tin, what we have to do, we have to fill with the hot water, and then immediately when we have boiled the water, which is being kept inside the tin can, after that, once we have boiled, immediately after that, what we need to do, we have to place it under the running water. Now what happened? Automatically the steam which is present there inside will start condensing back into the water, and the shape of the tin will start distorting. So whatever shape was there, do you get the same kind of the shape? I think my video is lagging. Network problems there. So will you be getting the same kind of the structure of the tin? No. Since you have boiled and immediately after boiling, you are giving the cold water. Because of that, the distortion of the tin will be there. It happens because of the pressure. So the pressure of the air inside the can will decrease, and the pressure outside the can will be more. So because of which they will be starting accumulating the air. Okay. So there will be the difference in the air outside and the inside the can. In the inside the can, the pressure will decreases, where the outside it will be more. So because of that, they will start taking it. And as a result, that can which is there will start distorting. Distorting means they will change the shape. You might have seen, right? You might have done this experiment by yourself also. Any hot object, if you are boiling it, some, tin kind of things and all, they will be automatically changing the shape of it. I don't know why. What is the problem? Clear, Joshika, Rohika, Himank, and Deepti?
Yes, ma'am, I'm clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, high wind will always have. What's Snail?
Ma'am, you called me Deepti, ma'am.
Since the name is written Deepti, I don't know. I think you can change your name. Otherwise, this name I'll keep on repeating.
Ma'am,
Okay, you can try.
Ma'am, I tried, but it's not happening.
Okay, I'll just keep in mind. Then I have to call you Snehal only. Okay. Okay. So high speed wind are always accompanied by the reduced air pressure. So keep in mind, when the wind is high, the air pressure will be low. When the wind is slow, the air pressure will be high. So they are behaving in a ulta way. In opposite way, they are behaving. When the speed is high, the air pressure will be low. Where when the wind is low, the speed or the air pressure will be high of it. Then you have air expand on heating. The experiment, I think, which Mank was saying, what do you need to do? You have to take a boiling tube, and then you have to actually tie a balloon over that part of it. Now, when you immerse that boiling tube in the hot water, immediately the boiling tube, the balloon shape will start changing the shape of it. Like, for example, uh, this is a pipe, okay? This is a pipe. This is a boiling tube. At the end of this, I'm tying the balloon, okay? And everything, whatever is down is the water, which is boiling water. And here we have kept the balloon. Now, automatically, what happened? The balloon, which is there tying over here, will start stretching. Fine, it will start taking the space. When now we are changing the same kind of the equipment, we are keeping in the cold water. What happened? Instead of taking the space, they will come back to the original position of it. Clear? So that is what has happened in the presence of the air, in the absence of the air. In the hot water, the steam will be there, which will make them to expand it. And in the cold water, that steam is not there. Because of that reason, they will not occupy any kind of the space. You might have seen the parachutes and all. In the parachute, what they are using? What are they using in the
Ma'am, like
parachute?
hot air balloons, they use a thing that produces fire.
Very good. Correct. Actually, they are using in the hot air balloon, they are using the kind of the structure where the fire will be there. And through that fire, they are getting what? They are getting that air. So because of that, the pressure difference will be there, right? In the hot air, there will be the pressure which is high, whereas outside the pressure will be low. And because of that reason, it starts working automatically. Clear? I don't know what is the problem. I'll just show you a video now related to these experiments and all. Mm. Can you see the screen now?
शायद आप कर भी ना
This
पाओ।
is actually in the Hindi, but you can understand by seeing it.
अगर आप एक पानी की 20 लीटर वाली बोतल को हाथ से पिचकना चाहो तो बहुत जोर लगेगा, शायद आप कर भी ना पाओ। पर इसी में अगर कोई थोड़ा सा केरोसिन या फ्यूल डाल के उसके अंदर माचिस डाल के बुप से एक भपका लगाएगा और इसके बाद अगर इस बोतल के ढक्कन को ढक दिया जाए तो ये बोतल बहुत ही जल्दी स्क्वीज हो
Are
जाए।
you getting it? What they are doing? They are trying to actually squeeze a bottle. Normal bottle, they are trying to squeeze it, but they are not able to do it. Then what they did, they have put the kerosene inside it, a little amount of the kerosene inside it, and a little amount of the fire they have given to it. Immediately, once they close the cap of that bottle, it starts squeezing. It is because of the air pressure which is exerted inside the bottle.
और पिचक जाएगी। अब देखने में अगर मजा आया तो समझो इसके पीछे का साइंस, इट्स वेरी इजी एंड साइंस के फंडे ही क्लियर करना वीएमसी जेईई का काम है। तो जब आग लगाकर बोतल के अंदर की जो हवा है उसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ाया गया तो उसका प्रेशर बढ़ा और थोड़ी सी हवा बाहर निकली। अब जब इस पे ढक्कन लगा दिया गया तो जैसे जैसे अंदर की हवा कूल हुई इसका प्रेशर कम होने लगा, टेम्परेचर घटा, प्रेशर कम होने लगा। और अब बाहर से बोतल के ऊपर ज्यादा प्रेशर लग रहा है, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, अंदर प्रेशर कम हो रहा है क्योंकि एयर ठंडी हो रही है। इस प्रेशर डिफरेंशियल की वजह से बॉटल पिचक गई।
Inside there is low atmospheric pressure, whereas outside it is a high atmospheric pressure. Because of that differences, what is happening? Slowly and gradually, automatically, that bottle will start squeezing.
Experiment.
Now I'll show you.
अगर आप
Is my screen visible, Joshika?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, well, fine. And it is audible also,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. And this chapter is a lot of about the experiments, not about the theory. So many experiments are given here. So one by one, I'll be explaining you all the experiments.
Storms and cyclones. I'm wind, I'm wind, I'm unique. Sometimes I'm cold and at other times warm. Sometimes I'm like a breeze and sometimes like a storm. I'm carefree, I'm fearless. I can roam about wherever I want. Be it a city, village or slum, river, mountain or field. I swing, I flow. I'm the wind. I'm the wind. I'm unique. Hello friends, I have given my introduction to you through this poem. Yes, I the one who flows everywhere. Neither do I have a shape nor color.
So you might have felt that
Sometimes
wind does
I
not have
flow
a
like a
shape.
breeze.
If you try to hold it also in a bucket or maybe in a bottle, there is no shape. They can occupy the shape of whatever the structure is. They'll just go inside it.
And sometimes I turn into a storm or cyclone. Take a balloon, try blowing it with air. What happened? The balloon got filled up and the air pressure inside the balloon became high, isn't it? And at the same place, the air pressure is low outside the balloon. Now leave the balloon in the air. Didn't the balloon fly up in the sky? And all the air came out.
So this is what actually they are doing in the book. It is given regarding the boiling tube. So on the boiling tube, we have to keep the balloon. It starts blowing because of the high pressure. But as soon as you give the cold air to it, it starts coming to the original shape of it because of the low atmospheric pressure outside.
What did you learn from this experiment? Friends, today is Makar Sankranti. It is a tradition to fly kites today. My flow is perfect for flying kites today. The children are very excited to fly kites today. Come on, you also go and get your kites. We shall also fly kites. It will be a lot of fun. The objectives of this story are to understand the qualities of the wind.
Come, Shyam, the troops of children would have arrived. We will get late because of you.
You always come like a horse flying over wind. Come, let us go. Where are the other friends?
They will all reach the ground. Friends, you always come late. Come on, hurry up and take out the kites. I'm very excited. However, I have never flown a kite earlier. Actually, I will also try flying a kite for the first time. It looks simple. Just lift the kite in the sky and pull the string. Look, the red one is mine. Today I will defeat everyone.
Friends, what do you think? Is it so simple to fly a kite? Come, let us see.
Hey, don't you know how to fly a kite? You will not be able to defeat us.
Wait, we will soon cut the strings of your kite.
Friends, do you know why Ramesh and his friends are unable to fly their kites? Has something similar ever happened to you? Come, let us see what the children do.
Look there, Raja Bhaiya. It looks as if his cycle got a puncture. We should help him.
Come, let us help him. These kites have anyways deceived us. Raja Bhaiya, let us help you.
Oh, Ramesh, Sham, Mahesh. Looks like all of you were flying kites as today is Makar Sankranti. Go and fly your kites. Have fun. Don't worry, I will fill air in the cycle's tire.
Oh Bhaiya, our kites are not flying. Look, the other troops are having so much fun.
Wait, let me finish repairing this. Then I will help you understand why the kites are bothering you all by not flying. Bhaiya, how much air do you fill in the tire? Only that much air, due to which the tire is tight enough to run on the road and to be able
So for
to...
the car, for the cycle, for the bike, I think you might have, seen your parents taking it to the garage, filling the air. It is not like whatever quantity, whatever amount they wanted, they'll keep on filling. No, there's a particular amount of air is needed, what will be filled by the person, and immediately after that, they will stop it. Otherwise, if so much of the air is there, then the vehicle will not be able to move. So it should be only a limited amount, not more than that.
do that, we have to fill air in the tube of the tire. Do you know, if we fill in more air, then the tube could burst?
Why is that? Once I had filled my football so much with air that it burst.
Why did you sleep while filling air?
Friends, do you know the answer to this? There is air filled in the tube of the cycle. In hot weather, the air in the tube expands because of the heat, but the tube cannot expand accordingly. Therefore, it bursts because I expand on heating.
The air is filled in the tire now. Let us go and fly your kites now. We have to defeat the others, isn't it? Oh Ramesh, look, you're standing in the opposite direction of the flow of the wind. How will your kite fly like this?
In the opposite direction of the wind? How will the direction of wind impact anything here? The wind is blowing in all the directions.
So if you are playing the badminton, you might have noticed, right? If the wind is blowing, will you be able to actually play with the shuttle there? The
No,
cock, can
ma'am.
you
No,
able?
ma'am.
No, right? Because it is moving there. Wind is like moving from maybe
Ma'am,
any
like it
direction it can
won't
be.
go the place you want it to. It'll go the direction
Exactly.
the wind is flowing in.
Correct. So everything, be it the ball also, if it is like heavily storm or some wind is blowing, in that case, it will not be going. Same thing happens in the case of the kite also. If you are trying to, work on the kite high, reaching it to high and all, it not work because the wind of the direction. So if the wind of the direction, you are understanding where it is going, then easily the kite can reach high.
Isn't it, Bhaiya?
So friends, what do you think about this? How will you find out about the direction of my flow? Let me tell you one way. Pick a handful of sand from the ground. Now slowly release it back to the ground. While falling, the sand will flow in a direction. That will be the direction of my flow.
This is easy to identify, right? The sand, little amount of sand, you just leave it. From your hand, you just leave it. So wherever the direction the sand is going, it means in that direction the wind is blowing. Or the trees will be there, the trees will be falling, the leaves will be falling from the trees. In whatever direction they go, they will be that.
You should stand in this direction. Today the wind is flowing in this direction. Now watch how your kite will soar. Shyam, hold the manja. Now leave the kite in the air.
Pull, Shyam, pull the string.
Hey Ramesh, come on, cut the string of the opponent.
Up, up goes our kite. Look, we cut the kite of the opponent troop. Wow, it is so much fun now.
Hey Meenaji, see, we cut your kite string.
All of you think about other ways in which you will be able to find out the direction of my flow. Did you observe, friends? To know the direction in which I am flowing is so important while flying a kite. While the children are flying their kites, there are a lot of questions about me popping up in their minds.
To know the direction of the wind is so important to fly a kite. If Raja Bhaiya wouldn't have told us, we would not be able to fly our kites today.
Now our scientist Ramesh will not be satisfied till he finds out all the characteristics of air.
Come friends, let me trouble the children a little bit. They are all going back home on their cycles and talking about me. Let me increase my speed slightly. Let us see what happens then.
Uh-oh, how come the wind suddenly got speed? I'm finding it so difficult to cycle.
You might have felt this also when you try to move in the high wind. Then you will be moving in that speed in the direction only where the wind is blowing.
Yes, it seems like I want to move ahead, but the wind with its speed is pushing me back.
It looks like the speed of the wind also impacts riding a bicycle.
Shyam, Mahesh, let us go to the Professor Uncle's house. He keeps trying out weird experiments on science. He will be able to explain us the characteristics of wind.
Wind, wind, oh wind, please tell Ramesh everything about yourself, or else he will not be able to sleep. Then he will trouble us. Please help him. Hurry up and tell him.
These children are so naughty. They all want to find out about my traits. Let us see what does the professor tell them. I have heard he is very intelligent. Meanwhile, all of you try this simple experiment. Take a glass and fill it with water up to the brim. Now take a square cardboard piece. Now place the cardboard piece on the glass like this. Press lightly with the palm of your hand. Now carefully upturn your hand. What happened? Magic! The glass filled with water got stuck and did not fall. Think, how did this happen?
Correct. This is a small experiment we are generally seeing nowadays on the YouTubes or the other reels and all, wherein the glass, when you fill it completely up to the brim and all, and then when you turn it downside, the water does not fall. It is because of the air. Air has been, kept inside it, which does not make the water to fall down. But as soon as you tilt it, or as soon as if you give some kind of the space, during that time, the air will go inside and all the water which is there inside the glass will come outside.
Let me leave with a hint. The answer is linked to the air pressure. I shall ask you.
Now this is the second part.
Winds, Storms and Cyclones Part 2. You do not call me, still I'm everywhere. I will stay in your home, in your room. I shall not pay you any rent. You will not be able to catch me. You will not be able to live without me. Tell me, who am I? Yes, friends. I'm the wind. I'm sure you remember the wet winds which blow after the hot winds of the summer season. And the same wind makes our bones tremble in the winters. When I blow slowly, you can fly a kite, row a boat, I mood spawn and convert into even uproot the big trees. Oh, now do not get frightened. I'm in a good mood. Do you remember in the last video we conducted an experiment? We had taken one glass full of water and kept a square cardboard piece over it. Then we had upturned the glass. Do you remember what had happened? The glass full of water did not fall. Did you find out as to why it had happened? We learned from this experiment that eye or wind exerts pressure from all the sides, even from the upper areas. Ramesh, Shyam and Mahesh had reached the professor's house after flying kites. They had a lot of queries regarding the qualities of air. Just look at the professor's house. It looks like a science laboratory. There is an experiment being conducted everywhere. Come, let us see what do the children find out from here. Learning objectives to find out the qualities of wind.
Look, the house of the professor is so interesting and fun. Look, so many bottles, glassware of different shapes and sizes, colorful liquids, and so many books. It looks like it is someone's birthday today. There are so many balloons filled with air lying here.
Come, let us ask the professor.
Hello, Professor Sir.
It seems he's busy in an experiment. Let me burst a balloon.
Hey, naughty boy.
Who is it?
It's us, sir. We were flying kites today, and it was then that we learnt about the importance of the direction of wind. But there were a lot of questions in our mind about the characteristics of wind. So we thought that who better than you to help us?
Children, we cannot see air or wind, but we can see its features around us in our everyday life. But all of you will have to look for the characteristics of wind on your own by observation.
The professor is right. Till the time you will not conduct an experiment, you will not be able to understand. Let us see what the children learn about me. All of you also observe carefully.
Professor Sir, is it someone's birthday today? There are so many balloons filled with air lying.
Oh, no. I had filled them for some experiments. Here, why don't you also try blowing them with air?
Here, I blew 4 to 5 balloons.
That is why you're gasping for breath. Wait, let me bring you some water. Come here.
It happens, right? When you blow the air into the balloon, then you find that in your body the deficiency of the air will be there. And nowadays, they are the helium balloons. And if you fill that with the air, and that air, if you take inside your mouth, your voice starts changing. Have you seen that?
Yes, ma'am.
It's like, new kind of a
Ma'am,
trend
your
going on.
voice goes really high pitch.
My voice, actually. Am I audible now? I'm low or am I high?
Ma'am,
No,
you are
ma'am, I was
audible.
talking about what happens when you inhale the air from the helium balloon.
Okay. I thought that was my correct. The voice will go to the high pitch actually. So it is because of the pressure which is artificially being given in our body. Because of that reason, that voice actually changes. But it does not work in every condition. So in many conditions it works, but in one or two conditions it will not work. But doing that is not good for the health, because whatever the air which we are giving inside can cause some harm in our body also.
Look what Professor Sir is doing.
He is
Why
burning
is
the soda, which is like made up of the tin bottle. He is burning, and then he will be putting in the water.
heating up the soda can? Look, now he is picking it up with a tongue. What was this? How did this happen?
Friends, wasn't this such an interesting experiment? Could you understand something? It is something which we cannot see, but it is all around us. It exerts pressure on everything, even on our earth. That is me, the wind or air. It is the atmospheric pressure. Wait, let me explain. When the professor put the can in the water basin, some of the steam inside it condenses into water, reducing the amount of air inside it. The pressure of air inside the can decreases, then the pressure of the air exerted from outside the can. As a result, the can gets distorted. This shows air exerts pressure.
Let me wear the professor's spectacles. Ramesh, beta, did you understand anything about air pressure? Come, let us do another experiment.
You are looking like a real professor. You just need to have a mustache.
And a little bit of brain too. Okay, Professor Ramesh. Look, the professor is doing some... How many experiments do in a day? Look, he has put a piece of paper in the glass. Let us go and see what is he trying to do. Look, now he is burning the piece of paper and now he is placing the balloon on the glass. I think the balloon is going to burst.
Why are you so scared? Look, the balloon is slowly going inside the glass. I have never seen anything like this before.
Look, when I try and pick this balloon, it is stuck to the glass.
So friends, aren't my qualities very unique? Did you understand something
So
from the
outside
experiment?
pressure when we are giving that the balloon will not go inside. So whatever pressure is there inside, through that only the balloon can go inside. Otherwise, if we are giving artificial pressure through the hand, it will not work.
I always flow from an area of high pressure to low pressure. So when the paper got burned, there was low air pressure in the glass and high pressure around the balloon. That is why the balloon got pulled inside the glass.
Professor sir, we learnt a few things about the qualities of wind by observing you do the experiments. Like air exerts pressure on things around it. Wind always flows from an area of high pressure to area of low pressure.
Very good. You seem to be clever, but do not stop thinking. The air is everywhere. You must observe carefully at all the places. A lot of facts about the qualities of air are hidden around us.
Today the wind speed is going to increase. The low pressure built in the coastal regions can lead to stormy weather.
Let us go home. I do not want to get stuck in the storm.
Yes, friends. Today my speed is going to increase. In nature, there are several situations where warm air rises up. The air pressure at that place is lowered. Because of this, wind currents are generated. All of you also peep outside your windows. Look if you also see a storm coming. I change my flow and speed frequently. We shall learn more about this in the next video. Take care
So
of yourself.
still two videos are remaining related to this chapter. Those two videos might be in tomorrow's class we will be completing. So it's all about the experiments, how, the things are working. Always keep in mind from the pressure. Pressure is all depend upon inside and the outside pressure. If the pressure is inside it is low, outside it is high, then difference will be created. Because of that, they will start pulling it inside. Do you know what are the ions, children? IONS. Charvi, Snehal, any idea?
Ma'am, I
Ions.
know.
What
Ma'am,
is that,
like
Imam?
positive ions, negative ions.
Correct. Positive ion, negative ion. Two types of the ions are there, positive ion, negative ion. So in our body also, what happens certainly when we are producing the energy, during that time, the difference will be there sometime. Like might be in my hand, I have the good positive ions, but in my legs, good negative ions. So it will not work actually appropriately. That is why automatically in our body, we have a balance of the ions, wherein the positive and negative always will be moving and create a kind of a balance. Then you might have heard about the disease called as dwarfism. Have you heard that? Dwarfism, gigantism. Two types of disease are there. Gigantism and dwarfism. Gigant means huge. Okay. When the height of the person is so much, that is called as gigantism. And dwarfism means when they do not grow actually, when they are very small at. The age is going on, but at a good amount of the age also, they're very small. That is called as dwarfism. So this also happens when they have a difference actually. The growth hormones are not present in the body in the appropriate amount. So outside, when we talk about the wind, it's about the pressure. But when we talk about inside our body, it is basically the ions who is responsible, or it is basically the hormones which are responsible for the difference to be created. We all are normal because in our body, we have the growth hormone which is present in a normal amount. If it goes high, a problem. If it goes, a problem. So everything has to be balanced. That is why normally now, if you see around you, the wind is a normal way. It does not create any kind of the problem. It is not going up. It is not going down right now, right? But you never know. Any moment it can go up. It can go down also because you cannot control it. And your body, at least you can control it by eating the healthy food and all. But wind you cannot control anyway. So remaining two videos will be completing it tomorrow. Okay. And test this time you have the objective for the science. So complete it and it will be on the WISE app only. Okay, on the WISE app, you will have the test. So from there, you can complete the objective test. And for the maths, it will be, for maths, this time you don't have the test. Okay. And Monday onwards, Mayur sir will be back. Then we will be keeping the test of him.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children, then. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am. Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, mom. Bye, mom.
Bye-bye.